Those Democrats want to take your guns away.
That is a lie. If you are a law-abiding citizen who is mentally competent and of a certain age, we have no problem with you owning normal handguns or hunting rifles. We have a responsibility to keep America safe. When Americans cannot go to church, go to a grocery store, to see a movie, or even to a grade school without the fear of being shot and killed, then there's something terribly wrong. There is no reason for anyone to own one of these high-capacity magazines or semi-automatic weapons.
What about the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed? Why are you ignoring those words?
Well, if you want to talk about the Second Amendment, let's do just that. The Second Amendment is further defined in the Constitution in regards to the militias. Today, too many people think that the term militia refers to just some group of guys or people who want to get together with guns and play war. Too many think the Second Amendment is about overthrowing the government of the United States when in fact it is about protecting that government. The Second Amendment reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Often people ignore the words well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state. That means those militias are supposed to be well regulated by the Congress. The amendment also clearly states that it's about protecting the state, meaning our country, our government. The amendment continues by saying the right of the people to keep and bear arms. That use of the word people is like in the Constitution, we the people. Again, the United States government, those militias in today's language, the National Guard. The Constitution itself gives us a better understanding of those militias in the amendment. The Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Clauses 15 and 16 reads as such. Congress shall have the power to provide for the calling forth the militia to execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrection and repel invasions, to provide for organizing, arming, and disciplining the militias, and for the governing of such part of them that may be employed in the service of the United States, reserving to the states respectively the appointment of officers and the authority to train the militia according to the discipline prescribed by Congress. Here's an interesting fact for you. The National Defense Act of 1916 changed the name of all these militias around the country to the National Guard. That's what those militias in today's language means, the National Guard. Now, some only want to use the part of the Second Amendment which reads, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Maybe you heard someone try to make the argument, but don't you know what the phrase shall not be infringed means? However, this is not a two-part amendment. This is one amendment that's supposed to be taken in the whole. And that amendment does not grant individuals the right to own any sort of weapon that they might choose to. Today, we are not talking about denying law-abiding citizens the use or ownership of normal handguns or hunting rifles. But even in the Second Amendment, it gives Congress the right to determine which type of weapons that the public has a privilege of using. If that Second Amendment granted individuals the right to use just any weapon, then someone could legally possess a nuclear bomb. But we all know that would be illegal. And so can all these high-capacity magazines and semi-automatic weapons that hold more than 10 bullets be declared illegal. It should be that way. The fact is that owning and possessing a gun is not a right. It is a privilege. Think about this. A right cannot be taken away. It is yours as long as you live.
Let me ask you this. Can you carry a gun into a courtroom? The answer is no. Can you carry a gun into Congress? The answer again is no. Can you carry a gun into a prison to visit someone? Even for a police officer, the answer is no. It is no to each of these questions, for that gun is a privilege that can be regulated and denied if you do not fit into the standards set forth in the regulations passed by Congress. No civilian has any need for these high-capacity magazines or semi-automatic weapons, which have no other purpose than to kill as many people as possible. Why does the civilian population need such deadly weapons of mass destruction that only belong on the battlefield? So, just as long as you are a law-abiding, sane citizen of a certain age, we support your enjoyment of the privilege of owning a handgun and a hunting rifle. But we have to do something to stop all these mass murders going around the country. How many children must be killed before we do something?